Hey, federal employees, we have an update on the California RIF case from a new filing from the government. Here's the Real Talk update on the Trump layoff fight, straight from your friendly Fed law nerd. I'm Shaun, an attorney for federal workers, and today we're unpacking why the administration just recently told a federal judge, nope, you can't see our pink slip playbook, and what that means for your job security. I've read the filing by the government, and I'm breaking it down for you. So first, just a quick rewind for everyone. Judge Susan Ilston in San Francisco had frozen mass layoffs across roughly 20 agencies back in May. But on July 8th, the Supreme Court hit pause on her injunction so HR engines could start revving again. Fast forward to late Monday, July 14th, Justice Department lawyers filed a 20-page brief saying they're not going to hand over these agency RIF and reorganization plans, or ARRPs for short. Their argument, well, the plans are pre-decisional and covered by deliberative-process presidential communications and attorney-client privilege. Because the plans might still change, the court has nothing concrete to review, is their argument. So for those of you who are new to the deliberative process privilege, or DPP, that privilege is basically the government's rough draft shields. It lets agencies withhold documents that are both pre-decisional, meaning they were created before a final policy choice is locked in, and deliberative, revealing the give and take of advice, options, and internal debate, so that staff can speak candidly without worrying their brainstorming memos will later be picked apart in the court or the press. A protection the Supreme Court first grounded in cases like NLRB versus Sears, and now codified in the FOIA Exemption 5. So in the layoff lawsuit, the Justice Department says the agency RIF and reorganization plans, or the ARRPs, fit squarely inside that shield because they're still drafts meant to assist an agency decision maker in arriving at their decision, not final pink slip orders. Now, the government also claims that the Supreme Court signaled the overall strategy is likely lawful, so the whole lawsuit should go away. I think that's a misread, but they're going to be aggressive here. They're promising a formal motion to dismiss the entire case within a week. Translation, they're saying, Judge, drop the mic and close the case. But here's the tea they did spill. The headline grabbing 40 RIFs and 17 agencies, well, they're telling the court many are now on hold, scaled back, or abandoned altogether. So some agencies are saying so many retirements and buyouts, they don't need forced cuts anymore. Meanwhile, others, like the Department of State just last Friday, axed 1,350 positions, plus education and HHS started marching forward this week. But the VA trimmed its hit list after thousands walked away voluntarily. So where does that leave you? Where does that leave your agency? Without those ARRPs in the court record, unions can't challenge those cuts until they're final. And by then, you might have already received a separation notice. We'll have to see how this plays out. In any event, you also want to stay union connected. Your local can still demand bargaining over RIF procedures and push for placement programs for many of you. Also, know your appeal windows. If you get a RIF notice and it lands, you've got tight MSPB and EEO deadlines, mark them now. Keep receipts, save emails showing how your position supports statutory missions. They'll be helpful if you end up contesting a lack of work rationale. So eyes on next week. If the DOJ moves to dismiss this case, plaintiffs will fire back. Expect another discovery slugfest and maybe an emergency trip to the Ninth Circuit. The bottom line is the administration just ducked discovery and you're caught in the crossfire. So we'll have to see what the judge does, but knowledge is power, so hit follow, share this with every Fed you know, and drop questions in the comments. I'll keep translating legalese into plain English so you can protect your paycheck. Please stay safe, stay informed, and remember, rights only matter when we use them. See you in the next update. Also, if you're interested in this, but you want an even deeper dive, you can join our community where I break things down and answer every question live Saturday at 11 a.m. at fedlegalhelp.com/join. It's $19 a month with a 3 free-day trial. It's not for everyone, but it might be for you if you're a nerd and you want the next level. So take care, everyone, and thank you. I hope you have a great day.